Hello everyone and welcome to the Aries Moon Girl channel. I don't know if I'm live yet. I'm trying to see. So if anyone is watching, give me a sign. Tonight's Superpower Sunday is going to be a superpower discussion about the moon sign. How did I get to this topic? First of all, I just recently put out a video about me reaching 1,000 subscribers, which made me very happy. Yay! And I'm offering there for everyone that's interested and for a few thank you and for a few people that are that wrote me, I'm offering a happiness reading. And hello, hi, hi. You're one of the people that are getting the happiness reading. So this is what I'm going to talk about a bit, because mostly happiness is tied to your moon sign, and this brought me to the idea. Okay, we should be first of all discussing what the moon sign does for you and what the role of the moon is in the zodiac. And this is kind of an easy trick for people to discover what makes them feel happy, comfortable. And this is kind of an easy trick to take it from a state of being unconscious and not knowing what makes you happy, and maybe being in a situation where you don't feel so comfortable, to discovering easy ways on how you can pull yourself towards happiness. First of all, talking a bit about the moon, there is two ways of looking at the moon. There is the Western astrology and there is Vedic astrology. I'm a big fan of Vedic astrology. And in Vedic astrology, the moon is considered actually the most important planet in the zodiac, in your chart. And this has to do with the fact that the moon is the most personal planet. The moon is closest to Earth, closer than the sun. The moon moves quicker and has more direct influence, and also a more personal influence on our life. And once we understand this, we start working with it. Also, we work with it in Western astrology, and we look at what the moon is doing every other day, and we say, oh, this week is going to look like this or like that for you. But because we're doing this and we're predicting future based on new moon, full moon, and all of this, we should have come to the idea that the moon is actually not just one simple planet out there, but it's actually the most important personal planet. So, in your birth chart, your moon is actually what's closest to you. Only the thing that's happening when something is so close to you is that you cannot see it. The moon is the subconscious mind. In Vedic astrology, they really associate the moon with the mind, and they are saying, okay, your mind is actually the moon. And your spirit and what you are becoming in this world, and actually the life force and everything that has to do with your existence, and the life force that you have in yourself has to do with the sun. So it makes perfect sense that we look at the sun, and it makes perfect sense to be aware of where you're heading with your life. But through this system of Western astrology, we're very much ignoring what actually makes us happy and what actually is personal to us. The moon is, let me read you a bit about the moon. They say, of course, is the ruler of Cancer. This is not a coincidence, because Cancer is also associated with your family and with your very personal surroundings and with your home and actually the genetic information that you come in with, to this life with. And this is actually what the moon is. It says here on Cafe Astrology, the moon represents our deepest personal needs, our basic habits and reactions, and our unconscious. So, I told you a bit already. What does this unconscious actually mean? Taking the side of the Western astrology with the Vedic astrology, so the mind and the unconscious, the emotions, the family, the personal needs, the basic habits. What is this all? This is actually information. It is genetic information that you have, most of all through your family, but it's that what gets transmitted through the mother at birth, and that's why the moon is associated with the mother, because the mother is the one that kind of gives you that information, kind of starts you in life, and uploading a software system onto you. Your moon is actually that software that was uploaded onto you at your birth. And knowing this about yourself, you actually can discover what makes you tick, what your reactions are, why you're doing what you're doing, and why you should sometimes just follow what you're doing and other times just stop it, because you realize it's actually that software running in the background. So probably the most simple explanation that I can give you is giving you a personal example. So I'm a Pisces Sun, Pisces rising person. My mother is a Taurus Sun, a Pisces rising, and Aries moon as well. And she has a bunch of Aries planets in the first house, like I do as well. And throughout my childhood, I very much identified with the description of Pisces, and it made sense to me. It's the sun, it's your conscious being, so you are very aware of it. You're aware if you're a Cancer, you're aware if you're a Sagittarius, you're aware if you're a Pisces. You're aware of all of this because you're consciously doing it. You're realizing, okay, this is me. I'm consciously acting like the Cancer that I am, or like the Sagittarius that I am. But you're not aware of your moon sign. And also the people around you might not really be aware of it. So I was always treated like a Pisces. I was always treated like my rising sign, like my Pisces rising, and even my sun that came out. So I was very protected, very much taken care of, and seen as sensitive and as frail and dreamy and all of this. But there were a few exceptions. For example, when in my very close love relationships, or in a very close-up situation, or in my reactions, in my immediate reactions, where something wouldn't fit, or someone would describe me, oh, you're doing, hi, oh, you're doing all this so fast, and you're talking so fast, or you're saying something, or you're too impulsively reacting, and you need to take your time. And so those were the first signs of the moon. And people will tell you, oh no, in your childhood you identified with the moon. It might be like that. It might be if your environment recognized your moon and they treated you like your moon, then you probably acted like that. But if your environment recognized more your rising or your sun, then you probably felt only the moon, but you could not say it into words, or no one could actually interpret it and say what is with it. So for me then, when I finally got more into astrology, and this is actually the result of 30 years in of life, and at least 15 of astrology, that I got to call this channel the Aries Moon Girl channel, and not the Pisces astrology channel, and not the Pisces soul. No, I call it the Aries Moon Girl channel because I finally realized what was pushing me all this time was my Aries moon, what drove me, what gave me the impulse, what made me succeed, what made me get up, fight again, not be scared of trying new things, what made me push for more, always push for progress, push for better, push um, for for growth. That's what my moon actually wants all the time. And this is when I finally recognized my moon. I recognized, oh, this is me, this is what makes me happy on the inside. So as an Aries moon, I recognized I need to grow on a constant basis. I need sometimes even competition. I need to challenge myself. I need to go to the new level. I need to show others also how to take initiative. I need to express myself to the world and make myself seen. A 12th house sun in Pisces wouldn't need to be on a screen anywhere, because this might be the worst nightmare of a 12th house sun. But if you have a moon in Aries in the first house, you need to express it. And the same is for everyone out there that wants to finally understand themselves and wants to finally understand what drives them, wants to look into themselves and say, oh, this is why I was doing this. And then it all makes sense. If you have a Cancer moon, but you're a Sagittarius sun, let's say, so you're very daring on the outside and a person that likes to explore new things and all of this, but on the inside you have a Cancer moon, and there's nothing that you wish more than for closeness, security, someone to keep you safe and offer you that love and nurturing. If you try to live only from your sun, you will notice that something is missing. You will notice that your inside is not happy. You will notice that you are empty on the inside and you're not living true to yourself. If you're not living true to your moon, you are not living true to yourself. And this is where happiness comes in when we're talking about the moon. If you understand, just do this now. Look at your moon. If you never looked at it before, just look at it now and say, okay, the power of the moon. It has taken 55 years to recognize my moon sign. Yes, exactly. Because it takes so much to recognize your subconscious, and modern astrology doesn't talk to you about this. They talk about your sun sign. They talk about what you should realize, or should you recognize anyways, because your sun is your conscious being and you're very aware of that. But Vedic astrology, fortunately, brought me to the idea to understand that actually no, it's my personality is all in my moon. So what I'm doing subconsciously and what is affecting my life to 80%, I would say, has to do with the moon, although consciously I'm heading towards a different direction. It's like I'm exaggerating with 80%, but it really has to do with this. You know how they tell you in that non-verbal language is more important than verbal language, and at least 80% is transmitted through non-verbal. You know how they tell you that most of your decisions are all made in your subconscious already? Well, this is absolutely true, even if we don't realize it, even if it sounds like a bit too much. Yeah, the difference between the moon and the sun in astrology. So here is where I started, and where I was saying that there's a bit of a difference between Vedic and modern astrology, and I think Vedic has a bit of a better understanding about the moon and the sun. And for me, I'm going to give you my interpretation of it between the two systems, because it really gave me a good understanding. So they say Vedic looks at the moon first. So they say that your moon is actually your mind, is also your subconscious being, is your emotions, it's your instinctual reactions. It has to do. It's the most personal planet. It's the closest to the Earth. So it has to do with everything that you are instinctually doing. And I tried to explain in the beginning that it's kind of like the genetic information that we get from the mother. So when you come into this life, you get from your family a lot of, let's say you come from a family that was troubled, you will carry that genetic information, and that genetic information will be also very easy to read through your moon sign in your horoscope. And the sun, on the other hand, the sun is your conscious being, is what you are becoming into in this world, is what you are here for, actually, because I'm here to become a 12th house sun Pisces, and what I'm practicing and showing to the world has to do a lot with that. But the way I do it through my personality. I do it through my habits, through my emotions, through my subconscious, through all that I came in this life with. So you can think of it like that. You can think that it's hi. Yes, I was saying you can think of the moon really like what you came into this world with, like your genetic information from your family, from your environment, what you gathered in the first years of your life, and what you cannot get rid of anymore, and what always lives in there, although it's in the subconscious mind. So even if you are not looking at the moon, hi Jean-Marc. What do you think has more impact, the moon sign or the house? I'm going to talk about this a bit. I personally think that the house has a more visible impact than the sign. I think the sign kind of tells you how this will happen, but the house kind of tells you where in your life things are happening, where is that charge in your life. So I think the house is a bit more important, but I'll get into that in a bit. So yeah, I was saying it's really important, because you're going to keep on acting from that point of view, even if you don't know about it. So might as well just have a step back and look into it, and actually learn about it, learn about yourself. It will give you it's like psychotherapy in astrology, I think, looking at your moon, because if you start doing it by yourself, you can do it with an astrologer or look into it. But if you look into it by yourself, things are going to come to you and say, oh, this is why I did that in my first grade. It's a bit absurd, but for me, I felt that because I wasn't true to my moon sign, I was missing a piece of myself. I was missing a very important piece of what I am, and what makes me happy, and what I'm doing day to day. Acting or reacting, yes. And Jean-Marc was asking if it's the moon sign or the house. And I think it's the moon sign. For me, my problem, guys, I have to be very honest with you. I have a first house moon in Aries and a 12th house sun in Pisces. Everything is in the right house. So it's double the trouble. Everything is in the house that it needs to be. So I talk sometimes referring to myself, because I'm a first house moon. So I'm very much reflecting upon myself. But for all of you guys out there, look at the sign it is in, but look, even more importantly, look at the house it is in. So if you have a 8th house moon, you will be a person, even if it's in Gemini, you will be a person that likes to go deep into your psychic, to analyze everything, to understand people to their core, and to you will go to dark places at times. You will go very deep. You will go Scorpio-like into the core of your emotions, even if it's in Aquarius or Gemini. Aquarius or Gemini, in my opinion, will tell you how you will go there, but I think the house will tell you where in your chart you will feel the most. So talking about this, Pisces moon in the 12th house, because Sherry, you said about this. I think it's the same thing. It's in the 12th house, so it's easier to say. But your emotions, you can feel the world with those emotions. You can just sense the whole world. You can. I think you can, if with a Pisces moon in the 12th, if you meditate, you can practically tap into the subconscious minds of the whole world. And I think, for example, in my Pisces video, Pisces moon video, I talk about Michael Jackson, Prince, Elvis Presley. I think this is how they wrote music, you know, like through tapping into the subconscious mind of the whole world. And when you are aware of that, otherwise, if you're a Pisces moon that's not aware of that, you might just be living in the sense of, oh, I'm so moody, or my mood shifts like that, and I'm flaky, and I'm so sensitive. This is you not understanding yourself. You understanding yourself and looking into your Pisces moon is like, oh, I have this treasure. I could always tap into the emotions, the collective emotions of everyone, and I actually have this wonderful gift. Or like Jean-Marc has his moon in Libra. Jean-Marc, I forgot the house. I'm sorry, but the moon in Libra, like it cannot live on unfairness or on. I see him sometimes reacting to my Aries moon, you know, like balancing it. He needs the balance, the harmony, that you get this, I get that, and that is such a good trait if you realize why. Otherwise, you might just be annoyed with someone and say, you're an asshole, and that person might be an asshole, but they might think, oh, you're just overreacting. No, if you understand your moon, you understand why you are reacting like this, because you are doing it from the place of harmony and balance. And the same with Cancer moon. When a Cancer moon feels like, oh, I'm too emotional, it's understanding you will be emotional, but yeah, 4th house, so it's a bit Cancer moonish as well. So you will be emotional, but you will be. Oh, hi Hannah. Are you watching me from Berlin? Okay, Hannah, you're also an Aries moon, so I hope you got the part of how I discovered myself from my discovering my Aries moon. So I suggest to all Aries moon out there, please look into yourself and discover that you are just perfect as you are. This is what you should be doing. You should go out there and express yourself. You should. It's with an Aries moon, you need to be a fighter. You need to be a person that always grows, that always brings something to the surface, that always changes something for the better. So that was my trait. And I was talking also about the Cancer moon. With that, you just need the closeness of people. You need to create that warm atmosphere around you. You're always searching for it. You're always looking for it. Just do it consciously. Just go out there and do it consciously, because your subconscious is looking for it. And if you're not helping it with your conscious, then the problem will be that you never understand what you're searching for. So the moon is what you're intuitively searching for, and the sun is what you are anyways developing and what you're becoming into this life. But to be happy, you first need to satisfy the moon. I'm sorry guys, but if you think I'm a Pisces sun, I'll only act from my unegoistical, not self-centered, devoted to everyone else but myself, 12th house sun in Pisces. Now, for me, it's impossible. My Aries moon in the first wants the spotlight on me, wants me to be progressing, wants the personal, so the personal side of me to actually grow through all of this. And I need to just balance it. It doesn't mean that I'm not becoming my greatest version, my sun version. I'm not becoming the spiritual person. It just means that if I understand that I need this, if I understand that I need constant growth, I need a challenge, I need a progress, I just can satisfy my needs so much easily. And then that's done. And then I'm looking, how can I do it? How will I do it? Of course, I'll do it in the Pisces way. I'll do it in the astrology channel 12th house way. But I'll still do it through a very Aries moon way, through daring, through even this going live. I don't need to go live, guys. I could do videos very well without ever showing my face live. Just that my Aries moon said, we're doing this now. Of course, it has influences from Mars as well, and Venus, and Uranus. So the next step is, I said, the house, then the sign, then the influences that is getting. And again, I'll give myself as an example because this is the easiest. I said I have influences from Mars, so I take everything very personally and I react very fast from a personal level. I have influences from Venus. I accommodate people. I make them feel well around me. I make them feel nice, pleasant. I like this exchange with people and pleasant feelings. But at the same time, I have a trine from Uranus, and Uranus is trining all this. I need to also a bit revolutionize something through my emotions, through my subconscious, through myself. I need what I'm doing to have a deeper meaning, a more important meaning, and I cannot follow the norm. I cannot stick to a box. Put me in a box and I'll be very, very unhappy. And you'll never understand this because I'm shy and I'm 12th house and people think, oh, she just goes along and does whatever everyone wants. No, my first house, Aries moon with Uranus trining it and pushing it, will say, no, we're not doing this. We're doing something very different. Your moon is in Leo, yeah. Your moon in Leo means that, I don't remember exactly, is your sun a Scorpio, Sarah? So your moon in Leo means that you need all eyes on you. You need the recognition of people. You need to know that your existence matters for people in this world. You need to bring joy to people also through your existence, but at the same time you need to be at the center of something. You need to be a leader. You need to feel that you are impacting people around you. And if for example, I don't know, let's say someone with Pisces sun, 12th house, I'm in this, or even a Scorpio. Scorpios could be also kind of hiding themselves, you know, like Pisces, Scorpio could hide themselves and say, yeah, I don't need so much spotlight. I do my thing. I'm a shy person. It's not true. Your Leo moon will say, no, look at me. If you're not looking at me, you will be miserable. Even if you're an 8th house Scorpio that likes to keep things for themselves, a 12th house Pisces that likes to hide somewhere, it won't work. You will feel miserable. So you need to let your Leo out. You need to lead people. You need to let your light shine on people and people admire you. You need so much admiration, and you need to know that you're doing the right thing and that you're impacting those around you and that you're shining through what you're doing. And once you understand this, because otherwise you might feel, oh, I'm just hiding my true nature, and feel miserable. or otherwise you might say, oh, I'm just showing off. You can go either ways. But once you understand, okay, I'm a Leo moon, and you can start looking at every Leo prediction as well, and every Leo description as well, because it describes you. You will feel sometimes more personal. And I tell you a trick, guys. The thing is, when I start talking to anyone about their horoscope, in order to tell someone that you understand them, you can start talking to them about their moon sign. Because this is what's closest to you. And if you start talking to me, and if you start telling me as an Aries moon, you're courageous, you're daring, you're leading the way, you're doing something innovative, you're a defender of people, you're walking the path, you're showing the way, you're teaching me how to be motivated. This is the greatest compliment for me as an Aries moon. I don't know about other Aries moons out there, but I think this is for them as well, because that's what you feel inside, that's what you feel like inside, and that's what's motivating you anyways, even if you never put it into words. If you start talking to me about my Pisces sun, of course I'll recognize myself, but I'm always conscious of that. I always knew I'm that. It's just that moon conversation is when you show someone, I know you and I get you. And yeah, and this is what the moon is. And before someone tells you, I get you and I get the moon, you need to get yourself. And this is the easiest when you know what your moon wants. I'll continue with the moon videos. I'm a bit behind with them, but watch your moon videos, because this will kind of explain how you feel, what you need to be happy. And in the happiness readings, I'll analyze a lot the moon, and I'll go into what actually makes each person happy through their moon, where it's placed in the horoscope, and all of this. And of course there are other influences, but I told you, you can do the exercise now. Just look at what sign it is in, look at what house it is in, look at the aspects, and this will tell you already so much more about your subconscious than a meeting at a psychiatrist. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I'm really happy that I could talk about this. I'll do this, the happiness readings, and this will make you understand even more what I'm talking about. You'll see the videos, because I'm now doing 7 of them for the viewers. Sun and moon opposition. Okay. Yeah, there's in the opposition of the sun and moon, there's a bit of I typed a message, but it was too long. The sun and moon opposition, there might be a contradiction between what you're consciously doing and what you're subconsciously wanting. And out of the but what if I can't identify with the sun sign, like it's 29 degrees of the sun? That's a different topic. I think then we're talking about the cusp. So then again, it's different. But from what you told me, Ex Mercy, I think you're also an Aries moon, and then your sun is going into Leo, so you probably feel a lot of fire anyways, coming from the Leo and the Aries, so that makes sense. For Russell Tata, I told you the moon opposition means that sometimes on the inside you might feel something different than what you're doing on the outside, so your direction in life. So on the inside, let's say you have a Virgo moon and a Pisces sun. So on the outside, consciously, you might be also neglecting things and happy-go-lucky. Oh, sun in Scorpio, moon in Taurus. Okay, so the sun in Scorpio is is this introspection, is this causing of tumultuous life and digging deep and digging into your core. And Taurus, on the other hand, is the sign of the earth, of the person that's happy enjoying life on earth, happy enjoying food and smells and nature and nice clothes, nice living, music, sex, and all of this, but in a very joyous way, not in the Scorpio digging into your soul way, but into I'm part of this whole earth and I'm enjoying this, and I like to possess things, and I like to own things, and I like to actually. It's a very sensual moon. It's a moon that's exalted in Taurus, but it's a moon that actually really loves everything that has to do with the senses. And your sun in Scorpio might cause you a bit more trouble, and you might come across to people through your sun as someone. Hi, Moon in Virgo in the fourth house. So your sun in Scorpio might cause you a bit of more deep, tumultuous type of life. But your Taurus moon actually wants peace. You kind of want peace. You want peace and quiet. You want to enjoy your senses. You want to live this good life. You want to get there when you get there, not be rushed, not live in controversy, but live in a very rich and sensual life. And it's not necessarily a contradiction, because Scorpio also wants part of that. We all have our side. Anyways, your sun will always look at the descendant sun and will admire some things of there. But sometimes you might feel that you're going against what you truly want on the inside. On the inside, you might just want to enjoy things more and live in a more detached manner from feelings, but more attached to good. Yeah. So Sandrine, you're saying Virgo in the fourth house. I did not know that the moon meant so much. So I was giving the example of the moon in Virgo, sun in Pisces. Yeah, and your moon in Virgo might feel sometimes in the opposition. Your moon in Virgo might feel, yeah, a bit of structure wouldn't be bad. You kind of like to have things structured. You kind of like to have things in place. And in this case, it's in the fourth house. You like to have your house in order. You would like to have your house and your family and your things very close to you, a lot more in order and a lot more predictable and under control. And Pisces kind of loses control of things. So your subconscious being would always like to bring it back and clean it up and make a bit of order, of structure, and make things clearer and safer, because it's the fourth house. And your Pisces sun goes against that, and it's a bit of back and forth, because usually you need to follow your sun. So this is what I'm telling you guys, actually. Your moon is what makes you happy, but in the end you'll follow your sun. It's just keeping your moon always happy. I'm happy I was right about that, about the moon. It's just keeping your moon first happy, keeping your subconscious happy, and making it work with you. So if you have a Taurus moon, just keep it happy, give it what it needs, give it peace, give it quiet, give it nice things. If you have a Virgo moon, just give it what it needs, give it a bit of structure, give it a bit of routine, give it a bit of more tangible, practical things, because it needs that. It needs that not to go insane in the Pisces world. If you have an Aries moon, just go give it new, give it fire, give it progress. Thanks. And you, Sarah, just give it the queen treatment. Give your moon the queen treatment, because the Leo moon needs to be treated like a queen. And then deal with your Scorpio sun, but first give your moon what your moon needs. Okay, guys. So, if there aren't any other questions, for tonight we're done. Look forward to the happiness readings. You guys watch out for those. You'll get a bit more into what actually makes people happy, and moon is a big topic of it, and you'll understand what I'm talking when I'm showing it on a chart. It was a pleasure having you all here. I love these Superpower Sundays because we can talk. Sarah means princess, yes. Yeah, Sandrine, yeah, true, thank you. I love this because we can talk and I like the exchange. And I'm very happy when I can give motivation and enthusiasm to people. My moon is satisfied and my sun is satisfied because it's astrology. Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Thanks so much. Yes, I'm Aries Moon Girl. I care about the stars, but most of all, I care about you. See you next time.